Hi students, today we are going to study how Hitler rose to power. But before that, we will first understand his background. Adolf Hitler was born in Austria in the year 1889. During First World War, he joined the army and acted as a messenger. Later on, he became a corporal. He was gravely disappointed with Germany's defeat and the Treaty of Versailles. So in 1919, he joined a small group called the German Workers' Party. Now children, if you remember, it is that time period when the people of Germany were not happy with the functioning of Weimar Republic. He took the organization and renamed it as National Socialist German Workers' Party, which later came to be known as Nazi Party. Now let us understand how Hitler came to power. In 1923, Hitler planned to seize control of Bavaria, then march to Berlin and capture power. Why did Hitler want control? Let us understand the background. Students, if you remember, it was in the year 1923 only when France took away the industrial area of Ruhr from Germany and Weimar could do nothing. This caused agony to all the citizens of Germany, and Hitler being one decided to take control of his nation. Hitler's plan was forming a political party and coming to power within a state first. Here you could say Bavaria by contesting the state election and then aim for power at the center. Here you could say Berlin, Germany's capital. But his plans failed. On the contrary, he was sentenced for 5 years in prison with charges of treason. He was released from jail after 9 months. By this time, Hitler started gaining popularity amongst his people. After his release from jail, he started struggling for power. But till 1930, the party could not gain much popularity and support. In 1929, banks collapsed, businesses shut down, workers lost their jobs as a result of economic crisis after the crash of Wall Street Exchange in America. In that year's election, Nazi Party got 2.6% of votes in Riksdag, the German parliament. With proportional representation, Nazi Party got a few seats. Hitler was a powerful speaker. He promised the people that he would build a strong nation, undo the injustice of the Treaty of Versailles, bring back lost dignity of German people, provide employment, secure the future of youth, and weed out all foreign influences. He held massive public rallies in which red banners with swastika flags were carried. Nazis salute and clapping after his speech in public meetings became rituals of the party. The party projected Hitler as a Messiah, the savior of Germany. All this made Nazi Party the largest party by 1932 with 37% votes. Now let us move to the next topic, the destruction of democracy. In 1933, President Hindenburg offered the chancellorship, the highest position in cabinet of ministers, to Hitler. Hitler set out to dismantle the structures of democratic rule. Fire broke out in the German parliament building. This gave Hitler a chance to suspend civic rights like freedom of speech, press and assembly that was guaranteed by Weimar Constitution. He blamed the communists for setting parliament into fire and sent them to concentration camps. Later, in 1933, he passed the famous Enabling Act, which established dictatorship in Germany. Hitler got powers to sideline parliament and rule by decree. All political parties and trade unions were banned except for Nazi Party. The state established complete control over economy, media, army and judiciary. People were not happy with Hitler's rule, but they could not protest as Hitler had special surveillance and security forces appointed whose job was to control and order the society in the way Nazis wanted. He also created various forces like Gestapo, the SS, criminal police and security service along with the regular police in green uniform and the stormtroopers. Eventually, the Nazi state became a most dreaded criminal state. People were tortured and arrested without any legal procedure.